photographing 830 Holocaust survivors. Israel Jewish World Mar 30, 2019 by Drive. Yvette Altmiller, John and Amy Israel Pregulman, have made it their mission to help elderly Holocaust survivors. A 3-day visit to Chicago changed John Pregulman's life forever. In 2012, John was living in his native Chattanooga, Tennessee, working in real estate. He'd had little contact with Holocaust survivors. The phone call from the Illinois Holocaust Museum was a bit of a surprise. The museum was looking for a photographer to take pictures of survivors. A member of the museum was an old friend of John's, and remembered that years ago, John had worked as a photographer in New York City. Would he mind coming up to Chicago to photograph some survivors? John obligingly agreed. I didn't know what to expect, John recalls of that first trip. He wondered if the survivors would be depressed and gloomy. Instead, he was blown away by how upbeat they were. I spent 3 days with survivors taking pictures, and I became enamored of these confident, happy people who gave so much, despite what they've been through, he explained in an H.com exclusive interview. What happened to them shaped their lives, but they had an attitude that we're not going to let what happened to us ruin our lives. Some of the survivors confided that they felt the successes they had made of their lives, their families, their careers, the full productive Jewish lives they'd led were all victories against Hitler. The portraits, which are given to the survivors as a gift, are important to many of them, because one of their biggest fears is being forgotten. John took 65 portraits in 3 days, and was left profoundly changed by the experience. He decided to continue to photograph survivors, contacting Jewish communal organizations and Holocaust museums in different cities, and arranging more photo sessions. John met Amy Israel through a photo session in 2015. One of John's friend's father was a survivor, and the friend asked John to travel to his dad's home in Memphis to photograph him. As John took his photographs, his friend's father started talking about his experiences during the Holocaust. All of a sudden he opened up to his children about everything, John later recalled. The survivor introduced John to Amy, who was a good friend of his daughter-in-law, and the couple quickly realized they were made for each other. They met in January 2015, got engaged several months later. Together they are raising 6 children from their previous marriages, as well as working on the charity they have founded to help Holocaust survivors, which Amy jokes is their baby. They were in Florida, taking photos of an elderly Holocaust survivor, when they decided to found Kavod, the charity they now run together. Invariably, when I take pictures of lady survivors, they want to give me something to eat, like all bubbies, John recalls. This friendly, sweet lady opened up her refrigerator and John and Amy were dumbstruck. All she had was milk, some eggs, and a little piece of cheese. What happened to your food? The couple asked. The survivor explained that her air conditioner had broken that month, and she had to pay to have it repaired. She had no money left over for food. I'm just not eating much this month.